Thank you. It is 6:02 now, and happening today in court for a 14-year-old suspected of shooting and killing his friend, 13-year-old Emarjae Watkins.
And though it's believed to be an accident, the teen still could stand trial. Let's get out to Nick Monticelli joining us now live. And Nick, he's been charged already as a juvenile.
He has, yes, and one of the reasons we could learn if he's going to stand trial is because of what's happening today at the Lincoln Hall of Juvenile Justice, and that is a pretrial conference to determine what kind of evidence there is in this case, to hear from witnesses and even more. As you mentioned, this 14-year-old has already been charged with manslaughter. Prosecutors suggesting that the shooting was accidental, that he intended to aim the gun at Emarjae Watkins, but he did not fire with malice. Also, that boy's grandmother, Lise Cox, has been charged with involuntary manslaughter, grossly negligent storage of a firearm resulting in death. Also, 2 counts of second-degree child abuse for leaving the kids alone in the house with the gun, and felony firearms charges. This shooting happened on Monday, that snow day that we had when the kids were home from school. This was on Detroit's west side. Investigators believe this 14-year-old, a friend, wanted to scare Emarjae, so he allegedly got a gun from his grandmother's bedroom. The shooting itself was an accident. Prosecutors believe the gun was hidden on the floor underneath of a dresser, but the bedroom lock was flimsy, and she was aware the teen grandsons knew where it was. Emarjae Watkins was a standout for the Detroit City chess team. He was struck in the back and died within minutes.
It took a big chunk out of us, and I miss my son.
I want my wife to have closure, you know, without it being no more drama or no more fighting.
This is an all-around tragedy, the death of a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old boy now standing in court for his murder. Again, involuntary manslaughter charges for both the boy and his grandmother. Court begins at about 9 o'clock this morning for this pretrial conference, but because that we're dealing with the juvenile here, there's some pretty strict rules on what we can and cannot share with the public. We will be inside, though. We'll be able to tell you as much as we can a little bit later on today. We're live here at the Lincoln Hall of Juvenile Justice. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
And Nick, I know we're talking about this probably being an accident. That's what it's believed at this time. But was the gun already loaded, or did this child load those bullets in the gun? Do we know?
See, here's the thing. The gun was not loaded, and that's why you start to question the whole accident thing here, because the grandmother did have the gun and the bullets in 2 separate parts of the bedroom. The grandson knew where both were, so he got the gun allegedly and then loaded it. Again, he says, or we're told it was just to scare Emarjae, but again, all that will be discussed hopefully in court today.
Such a horrible, horrible tragedy. Our hearts go out to Emarjae's family. All right.